Edward Willis Scripps, born in 1854, was the youngest child of his father's 13 children. Although he was raised on a farm in western Illinois, E.W. grew up hearing stories of his grandfather's position as a newspaper publisher in England. At the age of 15, E.W. left school to help his ailing father with the farm. However, just 3 years later, he left Illinois to join his older brothers in Detroit, where he worked as an office boy at the Detroit Tribune for $3 a week. In 1873, E.W.'s brother, James, started a new paper, the Detroit Evening News. E.W. served an unpaid apprenticeship on this paper for some time, until he finally convinced James to hire him as city editor. In 1878, at the age of 24, E.W., with two brothers and a cousin, established the Cleveland Penny Press. E.W. announced on page 1 that the paper would have no political ties. Quote, "We intend to support good men and condemn bad ones, support good measures and condemn bad ones, no matter what party they belong to," unquote. E.W. was not content sharing ownership of the newspaper, and so in 1883, at the age of 29, he purchased 55% of the stock in the Penny Post, a recently founded newspaper in Cincinnati. The Penny Post was $10,000 in debt and losing huge amounts of money monthly when E.W. took it over. He changed the name to the Evening Post, and within 3 years, the paper had the largest daily circulation of any existing newspaper in Ohio. By 1890, the Evening Post was worth $500,000. E.W.'s formula for success in the newspaper industry was combining low-price, short, easy-to-read local news stories with championing local crusades. Throughout his life, he founded or purchased more than 30 newspapers and followed this same philosophy. Scripps newspapers backed proposals aimed at improving the living and working conditions of industrial workers. His newspapers were forceful fighters for the rights of the common man. Scripps had a reputation in Cincinnati as being an honest and courageous man who could not be bought. Scripps was not all work and no play, however. He enjoyed playing poker, horses, and racing, as well as smoking cigars and drinking whiskey. In 1885, E.W. married Nackie Holtzinger, the daughter of a minister in Westchester, Ohio. They lived in Westchester for a few years and eventually built an estate in Southern California. E.W. and Nackie had 6 children. Scripps' success and wealth grew over the next 2 decades as he built a chain of newspapers across the country. He created a news service called United Press Association, providing a source of national news for local newspapers. E.W.'s news service would eventually become United Press International. Upon retiring in 1920, E.W. turned his business over to his son, Robert Scripps, and to Roy Howard. He enjoyed the ocean and spent much of his retirement at sea. In 1926, he suffered a stroke and died on his yacht, the Ohio, off the coast of Liberia. He was buried at sea, as he had requested. The company, started in 1883 with the purchase of the Penny Post, is a thriving conglomerate today. Headquartered in Cincinnati, the E.W. Scripps Company operates 20 daily newspapers, 10 broadcast television stations, 3 TV networks, and a TV programmer, Scripps Productions. The company also operates United Media, a worldwide syndicator and licensor of news features and comics, and the Scripps-Howard News Service. Scripps operates 31 revenue-producing websites. E.W. Scripps was one of a kind, a courageous visionary with honesty and integrity, and a shining example of Greater Cincinnati's business heroes.